Howdy folks, and welcome to Just Cause 3. Today I have for you a game review of it. And before we get started, because I'm not actually in-game yet, I just want to talk about wonderful loading screens and the opening scene with that. Now, these screens right here, the loading, they could be a little bit faster, but then again it is a rather large game. So, first off, let's get started. The game itself is incredibly beautiful. I mean, I'm not even running it with maximum graphics right now, and it's just absolutely gorgeous.
I have to say, I cannot wait to see you in action. I'll call you again when you get close.
Like the reflection off the cars, the sound of the cars. One thing that I really like a lot, I'll show you right there. When you drive over grass and whatnot, it actually flattens it. And that's one feature that, you know, it's a small feature, but it's really nice. Now, let's get right down to the pros and cons. The pros, well, the game is very beautiful. They obviously put in a lot of work with this game, and it really shows off. It's a gloriously beautiful game. Another one that I quite like is how simple the waypoint is. I've seen some games where the waypoint, you have to watch your entire mini-map the whole way there and you're looking back and forth. It's like texting and driving. You know you're going to get in an accident. And that brings us to one con. There is no mini-map, which is unfortunate. But you don't really need a mini-map because of the waypoint, and you just push tab and you have this whole setup. Nope, oops, double tap, it. And whoops. The physics are a little bit off. Like, I should never have been able to climb that hill right there. But we're not going for a simulator, this is just simply gameplay. Now,
perfect.
The driving could be a little bit better because it is a little twitchy. You go over a little cliff, and this is one of the cons. See, I can't really adjust a little bit except for right there, and then I'm going around a sharp-hand corner. I don't know, maybe it's just me, I can't really control it, and I pushed the wrong button.
Perfect parking space.
I guess I'm just gonna have to commandeer this vehicle. Another pro that I really like about the game is the grappling hook. It's rather long range. You can grapple and go into your parachute, or you can grapple and go into your wingsuit. And it's rather useful for such a huge world. And you can also, you know, tether stuff. You can tether two things together and pull them together like this. Just something that's really simple, and I don't see a whole lot in other games.
Here we go.
I'm going to be going through most of the pros because I can't really do a lot of the cons except for talk about them. So the next pro is the fact that you can blow up quite a lot in this game. You know, you can't really blow up a whole bunch of buildings, but, I mean, look at that. They spent just so much time making sure that the explosions look beautiful, the crumbling is realistic, like the bridge is falling apart. Here I'm placing some explosives on pillar, and I detonate the explosives. It blows up just that little section. And if I go back over here, because I actually thought it would topple over. Look at how they crumble, look at how they fall. It's just, you can see there's so much effort going into it. And it really shows out really well, and it's just one of the features that I really enjoy a lot about the game. Bring myself back up there. And I actually should have showed off the wingsuit. The wingsuit itself is just, it's such a nice feature. Honestly, I wish other games had more wingsuits. This is the first game I've actually seen that has a wingsuit, and you can do so much with it. Because you can fly over pretty much anywhere. You have a bit of trouble flying over water unless there's, like a boat to grapple to and pull yourself along. Unfortunately, you're going to be faster than any boat, so that doesn't work out too well. And that brings me to my next one, which is the game has spent a lot of time preparing their explosions. Like, watch this. The explosions look incredibly realistic. You don't feel like it's a Hollywood explosion or bomb. Like, that was a gas station that just blew up. These are explosives. Let's see the difference. I was looking in the wrong place, my bad. And with that also brings me to another pro, which is you can blow up a bit of buildings. I mean, it's not just going to look like you blew it up and it's perfectly fine. I mean, look at this. This building is actually damaged. Now, I don't think all of them can do this. For example, I'm going to put some explosives on this building and see what that looks like.
All units, find the rebel. Pursue aggressively.
Yeah, it looks like that one's perfectly fine. Which is a little bit disappointing, but I mean, there are a lot of buildings in the game. So you can't really have all of them able to explode, otherwise the game probably wouldn't have come out till 2017 or 2018. And my final pro for the game is, well, I can't use it now because I don't actually have it, but as you progress through the game, you get an item drop. And what it is you throw a little beacon, an airplane comes in, a jet, and drops a crate delivering whatever you need, whatever you ordered. You can pretty much anything, any vehicle in the game, any gun in the game.
What's happening out there? Respond immediately.
Yeah, any vehicle and any vehicle and any gun in the game you can get dropped to you. Helicopter, plane, boat, anything. All of it can get dropped to you, and it's very quickly. I mean, you throw the beacon, and then you look up and the plane's flying by. So it's a real time saver, and it's a really nice feature of the game. So, now let's move on to the cons. The storyline in the game, I feel like the actual story missions, I feel like there should be more of them. There is quite a lot of gameplay. I mean, I believe there's like 20 hours of gameplay if you're rushing it, or more. I'm just going off memory because this is my third or fourth time going through the game. And once you're done with the actual missions, like, let me find a base. Like this one right here. This is a port. Now, once I take over this port, I'm going to spend a good 10, 15, maybe even 20 minutes taking over the base. And once I'm done with it, I'm going to get a mission for gear mods, which will be, like, improve your grenades, smart fuse, get more grenades, and a longer fuse on the explosives. I'm going to get a mission for this thing in which I have to take over the entire base. In other words, destroy all the Di Ravello stuff. You know, some things are like that. Other things are just, you know, simple speakers or a billboard or fuel tanks or generators, stuff like that. I'm gonna have to do all that in 1 minute and 30 seconds. So basically most of the missions are just racing or flying with your wingsuit in a precision way. And it gets a little tedious. The side missions really could have been a lot better. That's all I have for that one. And the actual gameplay itself can be a bit boring and repetitive because the majority of your gameplay is just coming across a town like this, in which, you know, with this one I have one billboard, a police station, fuel tank, speakers, transformer, the statue, and then I raise the flag. It's literally, that's all there is. Now this may sound a bit boring, but you can get creative because you have explosives, so you have a grappling hook, you have weapons. Like here's a police station. Watch what happens when I go down in the middle of that. I personally like getting in gunfights, so I open fire in the middle of everybody.
Engaging the target. All units converge on the following coordinates.
And they actually call reinforcements.
All units on alert. Re-establish visual contact.
Sorry, getting a little bit distracted there. One fun thing actually I have one pro that I forgot is you can do this with your grappling hook.
Target is at large. Re-establish
You can
visual
fling
contact
people
immediately.
around like that, and I was trying to create a slingshot to send him flying over here, but that didn't work out too well.
Reinforcements inbound.
And my final con of Just Cause 3 is, again, it's another thing that you get later on. You get fast travel. Now, this is a very, very large map. Like this entire game, I've gone from, I think, out here somewhere around this area, and I've gone to here and there. That's it. And then there's all of this. So with fast travel, it's kind of limited because like I just click on this and I can fast travel there. But let's say I have, you know, something I want to pick up and I want to fast travel here. It won't let me. It wouldn't. You have to fast travel on a base or a town or something that you can capture, and it's just a little bit disappointing. But the majority of the cons that I have with the game are mainly just
We've lost him.
simple
Get back to
little
your posts.
things. They're not really the main part of the story, the bread and butter of the game. The actual bread and butter of the game, like the gunfights, the explosions, the look of the explosions. I mean, watch this rocket. Look at how that flies out. And then it drops. And you can blow up crap. I mean, I was very excited when I saw this game coming out. And I watched some videos on it and they blew up freaking bridges. They had me sold right then and there. So, overall, the game is really, really good. I really enjoy the game. I've got almost 100 hours of gameplay on it, and like I said earlier, I've beat the game 3-4 times. Overall, it is a good game. It's a bit expensive now, and it's also a bit graphical demanding because of how beautiful the game really can be.
Keep driving like nothing's wrong.
But overall, I do recommend it if you have a graphics card that can support it. Right now, mine's being a little bit twitchy, so I don't know.
Hey, what are you doing up there?
But I like the game a lot. I recommend it. It's very similar to something like Grand Theft Auto, only you're not so much a bad guy, per to say. Basically, the storyline is you come in here, this was where you were born, and basically a Mediterranean Mussolini all over again takes over your home. You know, this is, I forget what it's called, but he takes over all this, and you have to slowly go through and take back each town, each base and whatnot. And it's, as I said earlier, it is a good game. I quite enjoy it. And before I go, I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you like, oh shit! Oh, wow. Yeah. That's a nice thing I like about the game. But if you guys like this video, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. If you want me to do a game review of a certain game, I'll see if I have it. I don't have too many games, but I'm looking into getting more. And let me know what you think of this video, if there's any improvements I could make. This is my first game review, so it's all tests. But thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.